Welcome to this explainer. Today we're doing a fast-paced, high-energy diagnostic look into a completely maddening mystery. Why do so many high-earning professionals still feel, well, totally broke? I mean, you get the raise, you get the promotion, but your bank account? It's just stuck on a treadmill? Well, we've dug through the data and we're going to fix that right now.
Let's be real for a second. It feels like every time you open your banking app,
your money just vanishes.
You're working hard, maybe doing a side hustle, but at the end of the month, poof! Now, before you blame inflation, which, yeah, is totally a nightmare right now, there's a good chance you are accidentally sabotaging your own wallet. Today, we're breaking down 5 everyday habits that are secretly keeping you broke, and the ridiculously simple swaps to fix them. And no, I'm not going to tell you to stop buying avocado toast. We're talking about real, actionable money moves here. So, let's get into it.
All right, habit 1, ignoring your unused subscriptions.
The first thing you absolutely have to understand is that financial leaks do not announce themselves. They don't text you a warning. They just work silently in the background, chipping away at your hard-earned cash while you're busy stressing about your bigger expenses. According to the data, the average household leaks over $1,800 every single year through tiny financial cracks they don't even notice. In fact, the average American spends over $200 a month just on subscriptions. Think about it, the streaming services you haven't logged into for months, that premium app that just auto-renewed, or the gym membership you basically abandoned in February.
It's the classic leaky bucket problem. You literally cannot fill a bucket that has holes at the bottom, no matter how much water or income you pour into it. But the fix here is ridiculously simple. You don't need some massive lifestyle overhaul. Just do a quick 15-minute monthly audit of your bank statements and ruthlessly kill those auto-renewals. You've got to patch the hole first and then worry about the water.
Okay, habit 2, daily leaks and impulse buys.
Now, this isn't just about grabbing a coffee on the way to work. It's about the psychological trap of unplanned spending. Digital payments make letting go of our money way too easy. The old way of saving, the traditional way, was pretty much pay your bills, spend what you want, and cross your fingers that there's magically something left over at the end of the month to save. Spoiler alert, trying harder using pure willpower? Yeah, it rarely works. The modern approach actually uses behavioral economics. It's called contingent savings, which just means saving based on automatic nudges and triggers. You're building a system that saves for you, so you don't have to rely on your own discipline.
there are apps that'll round up every single purchase to the nearest dollar and invest that spare change. Or you can set a trigger to save a fixed amount every single time you take an Uber. But my personal favorite? The guilty pleasure penalty. Every time you buy that expensive item you're really trying to resist, the app automatically transfers that exact same amount right into your savings. You can even tie your savings to hitting fitness goals on your smartwatch. The whole idea is to frame your finances as a system to be designed, not some exhausting willpower battle that you have to win every day.
Moving on to habit 3, falling for lifestyle creep. Honestly, this is arguably the most dangerous trap for mid-career professionals. You keep getting raises, your job title sounds more and more impressive, but somehow you're still not building real wealth. Why? Because of lifestyle creep. It's that slow, almost totally invisible expansion of your spending every single time your earnings go up. You get a 20% bump in salary, right? Suddenly, moving to a slightly nicer apartment feels completely justified. You upgrade from a regular coffee to an expensive specialty brew. You start booking business class for short flights. And before you even realize it, these small, quote-unquote, reasonable upgrades have quietly swallowed 20 to 40% of the raise you just earned. A mid-level manager from the research summed this up perfectly. They said, "I kept waiting to feel financially secure. Every raise just meant more spending, not more security. I didn't even notice it happening." That is such a universal trap. When our cash flow improves, we get overconfident. We assume our financial system is doing great, but really, our spending is just inflating right along with our new income.
So how do we diagnose this in our own lives? Try this highly actionable swap. It's called the 3-year gap test. Step 1, list your top 5 monthly expenses today. Step 2, estimate what each of those was exactly 3 years ago. And step 3, compare them. If your income grew by 30% over that time, but your housing and dining expenses grew by 50%, boom, you've just found your leak zone. Your lifestyle is officially outpacing your raises.
To combat this, you need a psychological swap. Before making any massive lifestyle upgrade, use the 60-day filter. Just wait 60 days. If you still want the item after 2 whole months and it actually aligns with your top 3 long-term financial goals, then go ahead and get it. But you'll find that most unjustified upgrade spending simply does not survive 60 days of scrutiny. This keeps your money strictly anchored to wealth building instead of impulse spending. All right, habit 4, accepting bills as final.
So many of us operate under this bizarre assumption that our recurring utilities, medical bills, internet, or even rent are like fixed laws of the universe. They absolutely aren't. The data shows that you can save up to 25% of your costs simply by bundling your internet and cable or by actively negotiating your medical and utility rates. Literally, just by asking.
The trick is knowing how to ask. So here's your negotiation playbook. First, do your homework. You need to know exactly what the competitors are charging. Second, speak with confidence and always ask for the retention department. Regular customer service reps rarely have the authority to hand out the big discounts. Third, remind them of your loyalty and your perfect payment history. And finally, this is the most powerful tool you have. Be genuinely willing to drop the service. I promise you, if they think you're actually leaving, they will suddenly discover a whole bunch of hidden discounts just for you. Persistence absolutely pays off here.
And that brings us to our final point. Habit 5, lacking a financial autopilot.
This habit is really about structural inaction. It's what happens when you allow your daily living and spending to find your money before your savings and investments get a chance to. It all comes down to the creep equation. If your lifestyle spending rises proportionally with your income, you get zero real wealth accumulation. It genuinely doesn't matter if you make $50,000 or $500,000. If your spending scales exactly with your earnings, your actual wealth is flatlining.
So, what is the antidote to this equation? You have to pre-decide where every single incremental dollar or rupee goes before your spending gets its hands on it. Just got a 10% raise? Awesome. Immediately auto-route 7% of that right into your investments before it even hits your checking account. Another incredible hack for this is getting an accountability partner. Find someone who shares your values so you can normalize wealth building together, rather than just normalizing spending all your cash.
Bringing this all together, true wealth building isn't just a math problem where the only solution is getting a higher salary. It is entirely about making conscious, deliberate choices. It's about patching up those invisible leaks, killing the endless subscriptions, negotiating your quote-unquote fixed bills, and using behavioral nudges to outsmart your own brain. Financial freedom isn't luck. It's built on discipline and consistency.
So, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. What is one hidden financial leak that you are going to plug today? Just pick one. Cancel a streaming service, make a phone call to lower your internet bill, or set up an automatic savings nudge right now. It's time to take back control of your financial journey. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. Now get out there and patch that leaky bucket.